Yes, and good day, viewers. Welcome back to another wrap-up show here that we are broadcasting to you all the way from Swakopmund, and I am joined by none other than Otis. Otis, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Brian, and it's good to have you here at our studio in Platsamir. And thank you for coming and collecting all the dust here in the town, man.
I'm actually very happy to be here, but I feel like I chose the wrong time to come to Swakopmund because the dust has been hectic. If you can hear my voice, it's not usually like this. So yeah, please bear with us as we run through this show, but let's get ready for the hit list. Okay, well, Otis, as we all know, there's a lot going on this weekend. I don't want to waste our time, but let's get straight into it. The Rugby World Championships. Let's talk about the results that we saw in the Rugby Championship. You can see, New Zealand. Is it a surprise, or what are your thoughts on New Zealand's game against South Africa?
Definitely, it's time. It's time for the All Blacks. You know, they are one of a kind team. I'll give them that. And they have come out in style today against the Boks.
I think we're all having this debate. Everyone is busy writing off the All Blacks. Apparently, they haven't been the best team as of late, which is true. I do agree, but they are back-to-back champions when it comes to this thing. So I think they know how to do that very well. But a shock for me is Argentina going against Australia's Wallabies and coming out victorious in that one. Very, very surprising after the whooping that they got from Springboks. What are your thoughts on that game against between Argentina and Australia?
You know, definitely a good win for Argentina against the Australians. As you said and you rightfully pointed out, the Springboks gave the Australians a hiding. And I thought they would bounce back, you know. But yeah, also a well-deserved win for Argentina at the end of the day.
No, definitely. The Pumas did really well there. So that's a huge confidence boost for them going into the next game. But with that, enough talk about that. Let's talk about the boys that are doing well in the Under-20 World Championship that we have there. Otis, run us through those results, please.
Yes, we had Ireland suffering a defeat against France. France in form there, 50-14 victory for France. And then New Zealand Under-20s following in the big brothers' footsteps with a 50-26 victory over Georgia. South Africa defeating England 22-15. Fiji being run over by Argentina 43-22. And then Australia defeating Wales. And then Japan, suffering a defeat against Italy.
Well, there you have it. But, the big game, the big team to look out for is France. They have been doing very, very well in this competition. And, everyone thought Ireland will be the team to stop France in this league. But as you can see, they just showcased that they are a force to be reckoned with. Well, moving on to football, let's talk about what we have there by the results. We are out of the competition. Before we get into that result, Otis, quickly, how do you feel about the fact that we could not make it out of the group stage against teams like Eswatini, against teams like we had South Africa, of course, but we still had Botswana, who we could come up against and at least get 2 points. But yeah, very unfortunate for us.
Yeah, Brian, the road to freedom is a long and hard one, and it's evident that we are not there yet. But I'm glad for our neighbors, a bit disappointed in our performance there. Yeah. And I know it will be back to the drawing board. And we still have a long way to go. And but I know these things take time. I'm giving Colin Benjamin time, and I know he's capable of turning things around and bringing us that much needed results.
Okay, well, hopefully you are right on that one. I think time is all that they need. Unlike the Gladiators, who are doing really well after beating Equatorial Guinea there by the Olympic qualifier games, I think that's a team to be reckoned with. They have very, very good players, so we could see them doing very, very well. Well, the weekend recap is up next right after this. Okay, well, Otis, like we said, we are in Swakopmund for the weekend, and I'm glad to be here with you guys. I was earlier at the Narki Park where we had the Standard Bank NSSR Super League that made a return to action at Walvis Bay Private School as we saw the Narkis take on Tsumeb Gymnasium at Narki Park. Well, a comfortable win for Walvis Bay Private there, but we do have a highlight package with the coaches, not coaches, but with the captains of both teams. So let's take a look. Well, the NSSR Super League is definitely back. We just had a good game on our hands. I'm joined by SV Koen, captain of the Tsumeb Gymnasium team. SV, zeg over me, hoe was vandaag de wedstrijd?
Yes, het was een lekker, was een voorrecht om op hierdie manne se veld te speel. Het was 'n lekker game ingebring. Hulle het vir ons omkant gevang, maar ons het hom gevat soos 'n man, ons platte man. Mannetjies, ons is lekker hard, maar dit was 'n lekker game, ja.
Okay, soos jy sê, NSSR Super Liga is terug. Is nou tyd om teen mekaar te speel weer in die liga, maar anything wat julle afgehad het, hoe was voorbereidings vir jou? Jy was aan bietjie besig in Junie met die wat julle nou teen Privat skole gespeel het, maar hoe was voorbereidings vir die wedstryd?
Yes, ons het 'n program gekry in die vakansie waar al die manne elke dag moet hard werk, hulle fiksheid goed instuur en toe die skool weer begin, toe het ons hom weer van voor af gevat en lekker deur gegaan.
Okay. So groot wedstryd wat julle nog gespeel het. NSSR Super Liga is julle se eerste jaar in 'n paar jaar. En ja, hoe voel jy net oor die Super Liga in general?
Ja, ons is 'n baie jong spannetjie, klein spannetjie, maar ja, soos jy sê, 2019 was die laaste jaar wat ons in die finaal was.
Okay.
Maar ja, hierdie ons begin van voor af, lekker jong mannetjies, ons werk op. Oor 2 jaar dan gaan ons hulle weer mooi vat, maar ons werk nou hard.
Okay, nee, terug so, dankie.
Dankie.
Well, we are joined by Michael Koopman, the captain of the winning team, Narkies. Michael, goeie game gespeel, lekker gespeel. Ek sien die wen was bietjie teen jou vandag, maar sê of vir my hoe was die game?
Die game was lekker, bietjie sleg begin. Bietjie baie foute gemaak in die begin, maar op die einde van die dag bietjie goed afgerond. Later bietjie mekaar weer begin vind en die system gespeel en toe het ons weer begin execute en toe score ons, ja.
Okay, julle het so ver goed gespeel in die NSSR Superliga. Wat is die plan vir die span in die Superliga vanjaar? Wat voel jy kan julle beter doen vanjaar compared to last year?
Ons aim nou is om ten minste 4 en meer wedstryde te wen en om in die semifinale te kom. Maar ons main aim is definitief om in die finale te kom en die Superliga te fight.
Okay, jy ken die games gaan tyd wees. Dit gaan definitief tough games wees, maar jou take voor die wedstryd, voor die NSSR weer begin, was ook 'n bietjie besig. Sê gou met wat was jy besig vir voorbereidings vir die rugby wedstryd sover?
Na se game, toe het ek nog eksamen geskryf in die week na daai. Toe gaan ons in die begin van June, toe gaan ons Parel toe vir die Napso toe. 'n week in Windhoek en 'n week in Parel. Toe ek terugkom, dus ek net 'n week by die huis en toe gaan ek weer Johannesburg toe vir die akademie week toe en vir 2 weke in Johannesburg. En toe ek terugkom, toe sit alweer skool en toe oefen ons alweer laas week. Niks vakansie gehad nie.
So jy kan definitief sê dit was heeltyd net besig, maar hoe voel jy? Is jy gereed vir die seisoen? Skool is nou oop, is nou weer tyd vir boeke lees, maar hoe voel jy? Is die liggaam na vir games?
Miskien ja, maar ek moet definitief nog weer aan my liggaam werk. En ja, nog my liggaam veral aan my skool 'n bietjie werk. Doen ek bietjie seer gemaak, maar ja, nee, paar goed om aan te werk. Maar ja, ek sien net vir die seisoen.
Okay, nee. Reg so, dankie.
Dankie man.
Okay, let's check.
Bay with your 39-7 win there at Narki Park. Now moving on, the volleyball games are on in Windhoek in the CVA League. Weto was the reporter on duty for this one.
Hi, I'm Wetumene Shikare. Today we are getting up to some volleyball here at the Windhoek Showgrounds. There are 11 teams that are taking part in the CVA League. This is the second leg and we'll get to see about 11 teams that are taking part. I'll get to chat to one of the coaches and players of one of the winning teams, so stay tuned for that.
My name is Andreas Ngobe, coach NDFA Volleyball Club.
Thank you so much. How was the match?
It was just like a warm-up because that team, it was not very strong. Yeah, we just win 3-0 easy.
Easy, you say?
Yeah, easy.
If it was easy for you, can you describe the game for us? What is volleyball about?
The volleyball is all about the mind. Yeah? It's all about the mindset. If you play the volleyball, you must be always play with your mind. Let me say, it's a non-mistake.
Okay, and how long have you been the coach for the team? How is the team doing?
I just started this year currently, but still now we only lost 1 game as we are speaking.
And how many games did you play?
We played many games. Now we only left with 5 games.
Okay, so winning the CVA League, what would that mean for the team?
It will be like you win the Champions League. Yeah, because they are also competitive teams there.
What are some of the teams that you can mention you guys are skeptical to play against?
A team like Nampol, we played them last week. Yeah, last week we lost. That's the only game we lost. And also DTS, and Afrogate C.
Nice.
Those are the only 3 teams we are skating.
Okay, so what is your team tactic that you guys came up with to win the games?
To win the game. Oh.
What will you do better this time?
Oh, it's all about to keep ourselves together, and then we communicate, and then that's why we win that game.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mekonjo. I play for NDFA, jersey number 18, and yeah.
Okay, how was your game that you played and who did you play against?
The game was fine. We were playing NAST Eliminators. We won 3-0. It was a very interesting game. Young boys, but yeah, they gave us quite a game.
Okay, and how many more games are you playing? Are you looking forward to that?
We have about 3 for today for NDFA. We have only 1 game left. That will be the last one of the day. So for other teams, there's still 3 more games in between before our last game.
Okay, how long have you been playing part of the league and also just volleyball in general?
I joined the CVA in 2017 there. So it's been not so long ago, but yeah.
Okay, and how is the experience?
I can say I'm coping now. I'm an improved player, I have to say. Not the 2017-18 player that I was, but
Rugby fever is running quite high here at the coast, and today was a very special day with the national team pitching for a training camp in Swakopmund. We caught up with our coach, Alistair Kutsia, who talked about the team and the preparations. Coach, very high intensity training session. What is your feeling about your team?
No, I'm pleased with where the players are, to be honest. I mean, they all came from different clubs, different conditioning levels. A lot of them have played competition still. So when you play competition, you normally decondition. So what is happening currently is we're trying to get everyone on the same standard. That's why we've got baseline tests like running the Bronco. A big improvement since the last one we did in Windhoek. So this was the second one, and a couple of guys did it for the first time. But I'm really pleased with where the conditioning is at the moment. There's still a lot of room for improvement. You must remember that the All Blacks, who are in our section, they've played 2 games already. We haven't played any. They played Argentina, and so that is where I'm gauging and I'm looking at and trying to make sure that we get these guys to a level where we can be really competitive.
Coach, we are heading to the Cup of Nations. What are your expectations for your team?
Yeah, the Nations Cup is it's basically preparation for us. I mean, every test that we play, we want to win, because you win a couple of games at Nations Cup. It helps with the seeding in the world ranking. You win Uruguay, you win Chile, you move up in world ranking, which is also important for us. Although we've got our objective is to make sure we work on combinations, we give players game time, we want to look at our systems. A test match is always their first objective is to win it. So we want to make sure that we're well prepared to win test matches as well.
Coach, in terms of the performance of the team, you've walked a road, you've journeyed with the team. Where are you now in terms of where you started off?
Yeah, look, it started off last year when we had a tour to Canada and Spain, and we had a match here, I think at a local game at home. And there's a lot of growth, since last year, and then we played in Mzansi Cup. And that was actually a huge step up. The players in Mzansi, they started raising the bar in terms of their conditioning, their physicality, which will help, at test match level. I don't say it's there yet, but at least it's helped, especially our local-based players. So, from club level to international is a big step, but at least we had the Mzansi, we had Greek here, and we had the Pumas here in a friendly, where we could test, ourselves physically against bigger packs. So there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of learning, and with the internationals coming back as well, it will help. All our players have really lifted a bar or level or two in terms of game understanding and conditioning, and we just need to keep it. Now we need to play. We need to play to see the improvement, to see if the system's well, to see if the combinations work out well. But I can see there's an upward curve, and I'm really pleased about that.
Okay, well, there you saw good performance, a good chat with Alex Kutsia there. Well, let's take a look at one of the highlights that we have from the games that took place in Windhoek in the NRU Premier League, where we saw UNAM come out victorious against Trasco United.
Graham April, captain of FNB UNAM, took the victory here today with 38 points to 19 versus Trasco United. Congrats, Graham. What a game.
Definitief 'n harde game geweest. Die boys het vandag opgedaag en hulle het alles maar op die tafel gesit. Dit was 'n winner take all game.
Graham, julle is 5de na Suburbs, with about 9 points difference. You guys should, with bonus points included, narrow the gap between you and Suburbs.
Ja, so die hele ding is ons moet maar nou ons fight nog vir 'n top 4 posisie op die log. Ons is nou currently nog agter Suburbs, maar met vandag se wen het dit baie gehelp. Ek dink gaps gaan nou baie narrow wees. Maar ons vat dit oor na die volgende game wat Rebord is volgende naweek weer hierso.
So julle het volgende naweek, you've got a home game again here against Rebord.
Yes, so volgende naweek weer 'n home game hierso. Ons maar weer alles uithaal en wys.
En dit gaan 'n tawwe een wees.
Dit gaan 'n harde een wees. Rebord is ookie, ons kan 'n lokkie undermine nie. So die ouetjies sal definitief kom van. Ek glo Rebord sal ook in die top 4 wil ook nog compete.
Graham, thank you. Good luck for the rest of the season. See you next time.
Thanks.
Julle vandag die telling nie heeltemal in Trasco se guns nie. 38-19 was 'n moeilike dag in die kantoor.
Ja, dit was moeilik selfs. Dis nie maklik hier op UNAM nie. Ons almal ken dit. En ons het aangeswitch gekom vir die game nie. Weet jy, ons kop het 'n bietjie gehang. 'n Bietjie dun agter, maar was geen verskoning nie. Hierdie kompetisie is nog ver van klaar. So ek dink ons het 'n bietjie gaan diep grawe en vir onsself vra hoekom is dit so. Maar ek dink ons sal uitkom, ons foute uitsorteer en ja, weer van hier af.
Julle die game het goed begin. It started off quite well for you guys, and then suddenly UNAM pitched and working with firing on all 8 or 15 cylinders.
Yes, no, it was tough. We had a great start. Try, I think, in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's normally not a good thing, I think, because then your head is directly up there in the clouds and not there on the ground where it needs to be, into hard graft and stuff. So I think I think that will cost us the game eventually in the beginning.
Ach, Elof, good luck for the rest of the season. Who's up next weekend?
I think we're playing. We have an off weekend this and weekend after this. I think we have Rio Falcons home, and then we have Wanderers also. So yeah, we're still tough way to go.
Elof, baie dankie vir jou tyd en sterkte vir die res van die seisoen.
Dis reg, baie dankie, waardeer.
Ek is Toeman Flil vir NTV van UNAM. Till next time, goodbye.
Well, that was definitely some good words from the captains there. Another win for UNAM as they continue to climb up the NRU Premier League. Well, some of the top names in Namibia cycling and mountain biking competed at the Holland Gravel and Dirt Series as the event near Matchless Mine took place today. Let's see what we have for you there.
Very happy to have been able to take the win at the Government Dirt Series here in the Friedenau Dam Challenge. I've been away in Europe for the last few weeks, so it's good to come back. Good to be able to see familiar faces and
enjoy a good day on the bike. My name is Kevin Lowe. I'm 18 years old and I just finished my 40 kilometers here on Farm Friedenau, and I really enjoyed this course. After being sick for a week and a bit, I really didn't know what to expect. Just rode my pace that I'm comfortable with, and I really enjoyed it with all the wildlife around, and I really had an awesome time. Thanks to Fani Steenkamp for the route marking, for Hollard for organizing this event, and for my sponsor for supporting me through the good and the bad times. So I really enjoyed this track, and I'm looking forward to heading back for training now.
My name is Rian. Like I said, I just ride for fun. It's a very nice track. Well laid out, well marked, steep hills, but for every hill there's a downhill.
And what makes it so awesome to ride the e-bike?
Well, if you my age, my knees, then you can't ride with anything else. It's the only thing left. It's either that or nothing.
And I'm here at Friedenau farming, gravel and dirt race. I just finished a 66 kilometers. It was fun. It was really tough. A lot of climbing, but the scenery was awesome. The track was awesome. The water points were amazing, and the whole organization of this is just great. And we will see what's coming along. We're going to practice for the dash, probably solo again, and that's it.
Well, I think we can all see that was a beautiful turnout at the Gravel and Dirt Series that took place on Saturday. Well, there was a heated game between the defending champions Mighty Gunners and the first edition of the MTC Cup champions Namibian Correctional Service. There's a video that we have for you from Frida Moloto. Okay, well, that was definitely a good performance from those teams there. Otis, before we get into the games that we have on Sunday, quickly run us through the results from Saturday.
Yes, earlier on today, 11 Arrows were defeated by Tigers, 11 Arrows. The home team, Afro Cats, defeated Fatou 43-18. Mighty Gunners were also defeated by Namibian Correctional Service 40-37.
Definitely. That's just to see that there's still a lot going on. Well, if we take a look at the games that we have on Sunday, we can definitely see that we have a few games that will be up on the Sunday drop. Okay, well, let's take a look there. Round 4 for Sunday. As you can see, Otis, we have 11 Arrows that are taking on Youngsters. That's an early game that takes on at 8 o'clock. Namibian Correctional Service will be facing the Rebels. Tigers will be taking on Fatou. I think Fatou have had one game where they almost won, but they have lost everything else, so they are really not doing well there. And then Namibian Navy will also be taking on Wanderers in what is said to be a beautiful game. Well, if we take a look at Sunday also, we do have some cricket games taking place. Otis, please run us through those.
We have Bangladesh up against India, and that's a ladies' match. And then we have England taking up against Australia. And then also Bangladesh up against Afghanistan.
Well, I think that just shows that there's a lot people can look forward to this weekend. I mean, it was definitely a good time that we had out here in the coast. Otis, I personally had a good time here. But apart from that, the only thing I did not like is definitely, I can say, the weather. Why was the weather like this before I let you guys leave?
Ja, Brian, it's hulle sê eintlik as die wind die waai nie, is dit nie Walvis Bay nie. So ja, is maar nou een van daai, but yeah, we also need the wind, but it's scientific. I'm not going to go into that now, Brian.
Okay.
But while we are about on that, the Welwitchas is in town for a week. And for those of you who did not manage to get a sight of this, guys who is going to represent us at the World Cup and the Cup rugby that's coming up, you know, you need to get down to Pro Ed and get a glimpse of these guys. They're quite friendly. They'll give you autographs. They'll sign caps and whatsoever and ever.
Well, definitely you heard it from Otis himself. The guys are here. But yeah, that's it from us here in studio, and we will see you again next time. Goodbye.